we did it. We beat Croatia 1-0. Now, I mean, people are probably going to be sitting there straight away saying, "Oh mate, you're Australian. Why are you going for England?" Because one, Australia are absolutely garbage when it comes to football. We are just terrible. And two, my whole dad's side's English. So basically when a major tournament comes in, basically go for England. Even though we know we bottle it all the time, like the World Cup last time. We bottled that in the semi-final. But this time, we avenged that. We got a 1-0 win over Croatia. So payback. Now, I think there's like a stat or something like this is the first time we've won the opening group stage match in a major tournament, which is pretty fascinating. Didn't actually know that until that happened. But look, Raheem Sterling got the goal, the crucial goal in this second half. Now, what are my thoughts on the game? Look, I stayed up until 1 AM to watch this game. And overall, as a performance, I thought it was a decent performance, especially for an opening game. Look, I have been very optimistic for this Euros. I think England can go all the way and win it. Well, they have such a talented group of players at the disposal. This is like, it's gold. You literally have gold in front of you. But the question that has always been there is Gareth Southgate the man to take this team to the promised land and bring football back home? And I don't know if he is. Even though this performance was a decent enough performance, I wouldn't say it's anything like excellent or outstanding performance. I wouldn't say it's like in the top of tier, like 8 out of 10 or anything like that performance-wise. I think it's about a 6.5 to 7. It's a good, decent opening display. The first 20 minutes, England were on fire. Absolutely on fire. Phil Foden hit the post within inches of hitting the keeper. Hits the post, almost hits the keeper, inches away from hitting him and ricocheting back into the goal. Then you had Calvin Phillips absolutely smacked a volley. Great save. I mean, to be able to get down there and see that when it's going through those legs, like you may think to yourself, it's straight at him, basically, so you should be saying that. But however, if you know and you play football now, you understand that when a goalkeeper's there and a ball flies out top box and someone hits it, you've got all those bodies in front of you. You can't see that ball until the last final second, and you've got to make a quick decision. So that was a fantastic save that he did. Absolutely unreal. Kept Croatia in the game, and then it sort of like fizzled out in a way, and it sort of became like just a bit of a stroll in the park for both teams. Come out of the second half, however, Croatia really put their foot down. They really put their foot down and they went for it. However, Calvin Phillips gets the ball in the forward motion, gets it on the run, beats one, slips it through. Raheem Sterling finishes on the first time. 1-0 England. Right at the, I think it was the 55th mark. He did that. And then Harry Kane had a brilliant chance afterwards. Ball comes straight across. But he is unfortunate, he couldn't get it. Look, I don't think Gareth Southgate's selection was... If he plays this team moving forward, Portugal, France or Germany, whoever we're playing in the round of 16, they're going to bounce us out. And that's a fact. I mean, I just don't understand why he selected the players he did. Look, you have one of the best, if not the best left back in the Premier League this season in Luke Shaw, and then you have Ben Chilwell, who's an absolute animal as well. Two proper left backs. Instead, you decide to play a right back in Kieran Trippier on the left-hand side. I get it. Kieran Trippier has a good set-piece deliveries and stuff like that. However, you could see that he didn't really overlap that side at all. And you can really tell the differences when he gets a ball from Mings or Stones or Pickford, whoever. When you're a right footer, you're predominantly right footer, and you're playing on the left hand side, your first initial touch is always going to be back in towards the right hand side. When you got a natural left footer out there, when the ball comes in, he's opened his body up naturally, so he's got the full surface because he's naturally left footed. So as it comes, he's opened himself up. When you're right footed, you close it down. So it didn't work for me having Trippier there. I think we had Luke Shaw or Ben Chilwell there who like to get around and really attack and actually are left-footed. I think we'd get a lot more supply into Harry Kane, because Harry Kane had a very quiet game. Absolutely very quiet. Like, there wasn't much he could do. There was no service to him. I think he only had the one good chance. That's it. And I think the selection of the team really hurt it. Look, to begin with, I didn't think Calvin Phillips should have been playing, but I tell you what, after that performance, not much you can criticize the guy. He was man of the match. He ran the show. Calvin Phillips, you're thinking, a young guy from Leeds, is he ready for the big stage? But he was full of energy, full of life, making the grindy tackles that you need to do, winning the ball, always being a nuisance on it, which also allowed Rice to do what Rice does and just shield that back four, collect the ball from them, pass it off. Rice didn't have to do too much. Calvin Phillips was the engine. He was just up and down, boom, 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 everywhere. As soon as Croatia got it, Calvin Phillips was on him. He was absolutely brilliant. He set up the goal as well. It was a beautiful run. Beat the one man, slipped it through. It was brilliant. He was man of the match. Sterling did get the goal, but I still think what I just don't understand is, why does Gareth Southgate do this? Sancho wasn't even in the lineup. He wasn't even in the squad, like the match day squad. Why? I get it. You want to have that threat in behind, that pace in behind, and Sterling and Rashford give you that, but so does Sancho. Put him on the right-hand side. He will go in behind, get that ball over the top, and he will supply Harry Kane. And I think having Sancho on that right, getting him to run, because he likes to take on plays and beat him, run it in, cross the ball back in, cut it back. And I think players like Mount, like Foden, like Kane, Grealish, they're going to thrive off that, because that's where one of the threat is. Then you've got Foden and that who like to come on the inside. Then you've got Luke Shaw and that who like to overlap. You get that balance. And I think that's what he needs to do. Why Grealish didn't play at all, I have no idea. The guy should be starting. Why can we never get a squad or a side out on the pitch with Grealish, Mount and Foden all in it at the same time? If he plays two holding midfielders against Scotland and Czech Republic, what is he doing? Why is he the manager? Against Scotland, he should be going Rice is holding or Phillips is holding, and then it should be Mount, Grealish or Foden in that trio. Then the other one out on the left-hand side. So you either have Grealish or Foden out on the left. I'd probably go Foden out on the left, and I'd have Mount as like that 8 box-to-box role midfielder, so he can get on the ball as well. And I'll have Grealish as that number 10, and then you have Sancho out on the right. You go for it. You go for this game. If he doesn't go for it, I'm worried that he's going to ruin this group of players and we're not going to get anywhere. That's my biggest concern. And he can't play with that team at all. Like, why would you not play a proper left back? I will never know. I don't know. But overall, it's a decent performance. We'll move on to Scotland. Big, big game. Might do a live stream on that as well. Watch along, so tune in for that. But yeah, that's going to be a big one. And if we can win that one, we're basically through. So, I mean, 4 points will probably get you through to the next stage. But a win against Scotland would definitely secure it. Boom, moving forward. But hopefully Gareth Southgate doesn't ruin it. But yeah, so let me know in the comments below. What are your thoughts on the England performance? Did you like it? Did you think it was great? Did you think it was bad? Let me know in the comments below. Tell me what you think about Gareth Southgate's lineup. Do you think he's the man moving forward? I don't think he is. I think he's too conservative, too defensively, and it's probably going to show in this tournament. And I'm a bit worried when we do get out of the group stage, when we play a Portugal, France or Germany, does he play 5 at the back? That's my biggest concern. We have such a great attacking talent in this squad with so many X-factor players that I don't want to see it be wasted. So let me know in the comments below. Smash that like button, hit subscribe as well. See you guys next video. Peace out.